Hello everyone out there, my name is Dom, and welcome to the first week of Eggplant Infinity. So before I begin, let me give you a little bit of background on the group. So everyone here involved in this channel found each other through a Facebook group called the VidCon Lone Wolves. You may or may not have heard of it. In case you don't know, the VidCon Lone Wolves was a Facebook group that was dedicated to people going to VidCon without knowing anyone in the YouTube community, coming together and meeting people, making friends, and just being more involved and included, and that's how we all found each other. And a few of us from that group decided we wanted to start a channel together, so here we are. Because of this group, our friendships were completely electronic at first. We only really knew each other through a computer screen, so meeting each other at VidCon for the first time was quite an experience. And, as such, we all had first impressions of each other. So we thought it'd be fun that our first week of videos was dedicated to sharing our first impressions of another member of the group. Now, for me, I'll be sharing my first impressions of our very own Jaye. And along with sharing our first impressions, we're also supposed to draw a picture of the person we're sharing our impressions of. So I'm not really much of a visual artist. My forte, if you will, is music, and if you are a musician, you understand why using the word forte is kind of funny. So I'm just gonna kind of draw something that represents Jaye on my whiteboard. And there you have it. Like I said, I can't really draw, so that's all I can really do, but at least I put a bow to make it a girl. But anyway, without further ado, on to the first impressions. My story of meeting Jaye is actually kind of embarrassing because I don't remember a lot of it. And the reason I don't remember a lot of it is because I had been drinking that night. I feel like this is starting to become more of a confession time than anything. But from what I do remember, our first meeting was actually pretty cool. I hope I'm correct in saying this, but we were up in Christian's hotel room at the Marriott, or Marriott, I'm not exactly sure how to say that. And according to her, we were talking a long time, and I remember going downstairs with her because I was going to another hotel room party and she was going to go back to her hotel, and she was just like, oh, I have to go over here, and oh, my hotel's down the street, and I'm just like, oh, do you want me to walk there with you so that you're not alone? And she's like, no, I'll be okay. She said something about her mom being like really worried about her getting raped or something. I was just like, oh, getting raped is not part of the game plan. I don't know. Something like that happened. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I was just like, what's your name, by the way? And she was like, Jaye, which, fun fact, I actually did not remember her name the next day. I was just like, what's her name? Her name is something, it's like a single letter. Is it like B or G or A? I couldn't remember it for some reason, which, I'm sorry, Jaye, when you see this, you're gonna be very upset, and I'm sorry. And so, there it is. That was my first impression of Jaye. I feel like this is like becoming like a morality story or some kind of, like I said, confession. This is making me feel really, really bad. I regret telling this story, actually. But I suppose it's all for the greater good of making fun memories with each other, which we definitely did and we are continuing to do. But anyway, that is it for me. The next person doing their first impression video will be Grover, and you'll have to watch his video to see who he's doing his first impression of. If you haven't seen the video of our introductions yet, you can click here to see that, and you can click here to go to my channel and see what I do on YouTube and stuff. It's been fun, but it's time for me to go. So I'll see you guys next time.